Hello, everybody. It's Marialda here once again, and welcome back to episode number 68 of Let's Browse. Woohoo! Yes, 68. You know what next episode is? That's right, giggity, giggity, giggity. You know what you have to do for next episode. So yeah. Anyways, let's get to browsing. There hasn't been very many suggestions this week, but that's okay. Maybe I'll even do the not safe for work ones this time. But anyways, our first suggester is Chris Kojak. And Chris Kojak has suggested an older figure. This is Suzuri from Rikosu Licorice Radiata, or however you say that. This is an alter figure. She is a 1/8 scale figure. She came out sometime in September of 2008. And she is a cast-off figure. At the time, she was priced at 7,800 yen. Scrolling down, not a whole lot of people selling her or anything, so no idea what she is in the aftermarket. But we'll click on her and we'll look, and it's kind of a small grainy picture. So we shall move on, and we see, cast off. So by cast off, they mean her outfit comes off, but she still has her bra and panties on. So she is safe for YouTube, I will say. She is wearing some nice garter straps. She's got quite the squeezable looking booty on her. Looks like she's resting her knuckles on her butt. She has some very nice long pinkish hair, orangish pink. Looks to be sculpted pretty nicely. It is kind of a big just hunk of plastic though. She is wearing some nice simple shoes and some nice stockings with some nice lace work and everything. And nice, 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 nice. How many times can I say nice? Looks like she's got the shoulder blade, she's got the spine line. She's got a happy girl smile on her face. Looks like she does have some teeth. She has some, for anime figures, like smaller eyes. They're not quite as big, but they're still pretty good eyes. I do like the little shine marks they have in them. She is wearing gloves. She has a very decorated and ornate bra and the stockings again and the garter belt. She's got a little belly button peeking out there. She's got the maid headband, a couple bows on either side of it. And the white just complements her flesh tone so nicely. White stockings and white lingerie looks good on ladies. Now she is wearing her like maid type outfit. So she's got a big, looks almost like an emerald jewel holding the bow. And she's got the big boobs showing. She's got the apron, lots and lots of ruffles and details and shading in her skirt and on her shoulder ruffles and everything. And yeah, just big happy girl smile and everything. And there she is, a little bit less clothing on. From this angle, the neck looks very strange. It's kind of an odd angle, and it's almost as big as her whole head. So the neck does look a little bit strange from this angle. From this angle, a little bit less strange. We do see her clavicle, and we do see that the bra straps are sculpted into her body, so we don't get the nice little strap gap that I'm a fan of. In fact, we don't get a lot of strap gaps anywhere on her. So that's on me. We do see there is a seam line right there on the side of her outfit, so usually when they're cast off and they separate in the center like that, you always have an ugly seam line, and this doesn't seem like it's a different case or anything. You got the ugly seam line. Yeah, like I said, back of the hair looks sculpted pretty good. It's shaded nicely, but it still has that chunk of plastic feel to it too. It does look like her skirt is riding into her crack just a little bit from the back. So yeah, overall, it's a nice little figure. It's not really one that I know anything about, or it's not really to my taste, but it looks pretty cute, and it wasn't horribly priced. Aftermarket wise, like I said, don't know if it's still be horribly priced. Dojin Republic is always an expensive place from what I've seen, but I mean under $100. So if you like her, you can buy her. She's got a 9.5 rating, 9.05 I should say, and 53 people own her. Moving on, we now have Atago from Kantai Collection, Kanko. This one is the wonderful Hobby Selection full armament version of her. If you don't like that, or you can't find her, you can buy the light armament version, which doesn't come with the ship parts. She is a 1/8 scale figure. Came out January 19th of 2017, re-released on November 13th of 2017 with Takao. And she was priced at 17,407 yen, so quite expensive. Aftermarket, she's gone down a little bit, so she's not like Yamato was, who, quadrupled in price, basically. So we'll look at Atako. So she has very big boobs, a very short skirt, which blends in with her stockings, so it almost looks like she's not wearing anything down there. She has some long, wavy blonde hair, and she's wearing a little sailor's cap, but it's not a tiny cap, so yay. She does have some gloves on, and she has some big fins coming out of the side of her shoes, and she has 3 guns attached to a ship part, which is wrapped around her waist. Then she also has a couple more ship parts on the waist and on her thighs. I do like the blue color of her outfit. It looks pretty good. She's got the big happy girl smile on her face, kind of like that idol face, so she's got the big wide open eyes too. And yeah, she's just kind of, looks like she's kind of in the middle of a little dance too. There she is in her gray prototype, and there she is with Takao. So it's a nice little set, and if you buy both of them, you have the money to blow, because they are an expensive set. The Wonderful Hobby Selections is expensive and might as well be named Wonderful Kantai Collection. There's the promotional artwork, and yeah. So you got the wrinkles in her sleeves. No wrinkles in her boob area because they're so big they're stretching the fabric. A little bit of shading in there. It's got a big ugly bow on her neckline, covering her cleavage area. She does have teeth in her mouth. That's a nice little touch. Got these little checkerboard patterns and everything. Little buttons on her shirt. Those must be under a lot of strain. The ship parts don't look the greatest. They kind of look like cheap plastic. Like not metal or anything, just plastic. And I did just notice she's got a couple little planes on her thighs as well. She's not an aircraft carrier. What's she doing with planes? She does have the anchor chains and everything. So that's a nice little touch, little detail. There's the anchor, there's the chain, there's the guns. I'm sure the guns are articulated as well. She's got this long, like, I don't even want to call it a skirt, but it's just like a coat tail or something. And it is very detailed, very wrinkly, and very sculpted. Looks to be shaded as well. And it's got a nice little lace covering on it. So yeah, I'm not into Atako so much, but she doesn't look like a horrible figure. I do wish that the ship parts were a little bit less plasticky looking. But overall, I think she's a pretty good figure, and if you like her, hey, she's not $400, so you can get her. And the ship parts are quite large. So yay. You've got the clear plastic support rod, which is a boob, but it looks to be hidden quite well enough that you won't normally see it. So yeah, Atako. Miku. Moving on, we now have I'm a life form known as Manuel, who has suggested, who else but Asuna. Yes, this is Asuna from the Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale movie, even though I don't think she was ever in her Undine outfit, ALO outfit in the movie, but I could be wrong. This one is being manufactured by Eamon Toys. She is a 1/7 scale figure, supposedly coming out in October, and is priced at 13,800 yen. 1/7 scale, eh, maybe a little on the expensive side, but it still seems to be a fairly reasonable price. 70 people have her ordered. So we click and we look and we see she is in kind of a little battle pose. She has her rapier in her hand and it is held almost horizontally. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. She does have a white sheath for it, and I think that the blue theme works pretty nicely with her. I've never been the biggest fan of Asuna in her Undine outfit, but I think this figure looks pretty good. The saturation of the blue is perfect, and it just goes so well with the white. And she has the big, nice blue eyes as well. She's got a serious expression on her face, and she's got her elf ears. She also still has her trademark braid. I do love the blue stockings. The shoes are boots, and then it's got a little magical wind effect. There she is kind of from the side, and you can see, yes, the braid is the Asuna braid, and you can see all the details in her eye. And the stern mouth. Paint seems pretty clean. No bleeding or anything that I can see, but of course this is a prototype, not the mass-produced version. Flesh tone is a very nice tone, nice color. Could just be because it's the prototype, but this little poof sleeve thing does appear to be a little bit rough on the sculpting. Like there's a couple divots and little dots taken out of it. A couple voids, yeah. So she also has her magical wings, which is something that I didn't notice until just now. They do appear to be translucent plastic. And there's her gray prototype. So yeah, yep, she does have her wings. So I don't own anything from Eamon Toys yet. I do have Yaya. It's supposed to come out in June, but we'll see about that. So not necessarily sure what their quality is like, but it looks to be, at least the prototype, looks to be pretty good. So if you're a big Asuna fan or Sword Art Online fan, this might be a figure you would be interested in. I think I'm going to pass for now, but it does look pretty good. And, I mean, the sculpt looks good. There's shading in her hair. So yeah, if you like her, buy her. And I have a feeling you'll be happy. So yeah, that's Asuna. Woohoo! So now we shall move on to Kamina Dagger, who has suggested two of the same character. We have Jeanne d'Arc from Fate Grand Order. This one is by ASCII Media Works and Revolve. She is a 1/7 scale figure, and she supposedly came out today. She was priced at 17,000 yen. So soon we shall be seeing people posting pictures of her. But for now we can look at the prototypes. So she is a space hog. So she has a very long flag and a very long flag pole and a giant base. It does appear to just be a black base with a little molded rim around the edge. She's got a little smile on her face. She's got her little head armor. She's got the big boobs. Definitely applying a little bit of pressure to her top. She does have some waist armor and some hip armor. She's got some ankle armor as well. And of course she is showing off the Zettai Ryoki. And she does have her sword, which I don't think she ever really uses unless she is, I don't know, doing her noble phantasm or whatever. And she does have her long braid. So here's a close-up of her face and bust area. The armor does look metallic. It does not look like a hunk of plastic, so that's a good thing. Shading looks very good on her, and the sculpting looks good as well. So overall, I think this is a very well done figure, at least in my opinion. The hair so far looks very good. I like it. Looks nice and pointy, nice and sharp, and sculpted very nicely. A little bit of darkness around the edges. And she's got some chains. Chains are a little bit of a blob of plastic, but I'm sure there's such a tiny detail you're not really going to notice it. And you got the little hinges for her hip armor. And look at that thigh. Nice thigh. The little fluffiness going around the edge of the flag does look pretty bleh to me. But Jean herself looks amazing. The flag is, I mean, it looks to be sculpted really good. It's just, if it wasn't for that little gold trim, it would look a lot better. But, I mean, the flagpole is almost doubling the height of this figure. So good luck finding a place to display her at. Big giant boobs, sword. You got the little closed like rose pommel on it. And very detailed hair, detailed braid. Looks great. And there she is from the back with the flag removed, so you can see all the braidness. Yes. Definitely looks very good. It's got a big giant black bow tied on the end to hold the braid tight. And she's got shorter hair on the top too. But nice little spikes. Looks pretty dang good. And you get all the little wrinklings in her skirt. So overall, yeah, like I said, this looks like a good figure. There she is compared to a fucking iPhone. Yeah. The face, on the other hand, from this angle it looks pretty good. But from some angles, if we can find one of her face, now that I want to talk about it. Yeah. It's just maybe just a little bit off. I don't know what would be causing it, but it does just look a little off. I do love the color of her eyes, and I do love her smile. Like, nice little nose. Maybe it's just because of the stupid head armor. But yeah, I think she looks good. I didn't buy this one, but I'm sure if you did buy it, you will be happy with it. And we shall see the pictures that will make us all jealous soon. Also, Jeanne d'Arc from Fate Apocrypha, this time by Max Factory, and a 1/8 scale figure. And she is supposed to come out in August of 2018, and is priced at 18,333 yen. So, look back at this one. So it's more expensive for a smaller figure, but it's by Max Factory. So don't expect her in August, expect her more in December. Let's see how this one looks. So once again, she has the big giant flagpole, which doubles the height of the figure, and she is also a big giant space hog. Because not only is her skirt flaring out, but the flag is flaring out as well behind her. She is showing off a bit more thigh flesh because she is in more of an action pose, so the skirt is fluttering a bit more. The armor, once again, looks metallic, looks good, looks realistic, not like a blob of plastic. The hair seems to be a little bit less detailed and less good looking, and the braid is a lot thinner. And her face also looks quite strange. So let's find a picture. So now we've got a good close-up of her face. So yeah, the hair has a lot less shading. It's just more a blob of yellow. And like this piece, you can tell is glued on. The head armor looks like you got a mold line right in the center, and it is what it is. It's decent enough. It's a little bit more shiny, I think. And the face, yeah, the head armor does not do good things for her face. That's an opinion I have. Her lips are slightly parted, and you can see a little bit of teeth in there. But when you look at her from a slightly different angle, it does kind of look a little bit silly. So I think she would have maybe been done a little bit better if they had her lips together. But now that we're zoomed in close, we can see all the little details on the head armor and on the crossover here. And yeah, very, very fine details, lots of them, and they're all sculpted quite nicely. Paintwork, it's clean, but I feel there could be maybe a little bit of shading thrown in, at least from that angle we were looking at. She does have the big boobs, and she is applying the strain to her outfit. The waist armor looks quite good, and she's got some ornate trim around the edge of her skirt as well. She's got her sword. Yeah. Overall, I like the first one that we looked at better. This one just kind of seems a little bit lackluster, and it's smaller and it's more expensive. So, yeah. It is what it is. From the back, once again, you get her braid, but it's not as thick and bushy, and it is more of a solid color. The flag, though, I think looks a little bit better. The little gold trim on it looks better. So you got that. She's got that going for her. But yeah, overall, definitely not a figure for me. And if I were to get one of these two, I would get the one by Revolve. And since there were so few suggestions, Kamina Dagger did ask if we could talk about her Good Smile variant as well. So there's the Revolve. There's the Max Factory. And this is the Good Smile. So we'll look at this one too. 1/7 scale is supposed to come out in February of 2019, priced at 17,407 yen. So we'll just gloss over her real quick. So she's got more of a detailed base, at least right now already. Kind of looks like a cobblestone path, kind of. The flag does have an ugly clear plastic support rod, which is a boo. Yeah, I'm still going with Revolve's version of her as my pick. The armor right now does look a little bit more plasticky than the other two. Her hair seems to be done pretty nicely, at least in the sculpt. It looks better than Max Factory's. I do think her face is probably the best of the three, but that could just be the angle we're looking at. So, a little bit of a close-up. She's got the big open mouth, and you can see her bottom teeth. Usually when we talk about them having teeth in the mouth, that's the top, but yeah, you can actually see her bottom teeth. You can see her tongue. Nice blue eyes. Big giant boobs. Pretty flat paint, it looks like. Not a lot of shading in it. Armor looks good, but as I said before, a little bit more plasticky. The braid is sculpted pretty nicely. Again, it seems a little bit thin for Jean's for Jean's braid. There we go. I can say it. So from this angle, she definitely looks like she has a saber face, even though she is not a saber. So yeah, I think the first one we looked at is the best one. So yay. Let's take a drink of water. And we shall move on to Mindy. Mindy has some suggestions for us. The first one being Himejijo from Sengoku Bushoki Murmasa. She is by Max Factory. She is a 1/350th scale figure, 5.85 inches tall. So yes, she is a giantess that has been shrunk down to a scale of someone normal sized. She came out April 27th of 2015 and was priced at 17,407 yen. Aftermarket wise, looks like she's still reasonably priced. We'll click on her and we'll look at her, and we see she is a giantess. She's got big giant boobs. She's got some nice thick thighs. And she comes with a couple little normal sized people, which are in their, you know, classical Japanese kimonos and hairstyles and everything. We have the Gate of Censorship Doom covering her crotch region. She is a happy girl, nice happy girl smile with some top teeth. Eyes look good, but they are a little bit light pastel type coloring to my tastes. She's got a couple big giant bird friends with some roofs on their head. She also has roofs on her outfit. And she has some big giant fish hair ornaments. And she's got quite the massive underboob. So there's a shot of the little Japanese ladies' faces. Not very detailed or anything because, well, they're 1/350th scale. So they're quite small. Does appear that she might be commando, but I do think that is a hint of some underwear right there. It might be a little bit chilly because her nipples do appear to be pert underneath her top. And it looks like she has some earrings which look like some birds. This hand is in a little closed fist. This one is, saying stop, talk to the hand. So yeah, I mean, she's cute. It's not a figure for me, but it's not bad or anything, and the price was pretty decent. Do we see her from the back? No, but we see her in a box. From the back. The hair is very simple, very blob-like, so not a lot of sculpting details. A little bit of waving, but yeah, overall, don't want to display her from the back. And she is so massive that she has left footprints in the solid stone pyramid type thing that she is sitting on. So yeah, that's Himeji Jo. If you like her, pretty decent price, I think. She has a belly button, and it looks like she has a little bit of meat on her bones, so you get the little smile type belly button instead of just a dot. And we can see over here, yes, underwear. So yay. If you like her, you like her. If you don't like her, you don't like her. It's one of those things where it's completely up to your personal taste. Yep, from the back, we have the fundushi type style underwear. A nice little peak of a spine line too. So I guess her head must be removable because otherwise we'd just be looking at a mass of hair right now. So yay. And then Mindy has also suggested a Super Sonico. Yes, Sonico from Sonikomi. This one is by Amakuni. This is her Pisces version, a 1/7 scale figure. She released on August 25th of 2017 and is a cast-off. So I didn't look through the user pictures. I don't think we'll look through the user pictures now. I looked through the official ones, and these were safe for YouTube to look at, so we'll do that. So it's barely safe for YouTube. She has a very tiny starfish bikini top on with some pearls as strings. She does have a shark hat with the shark teeth. It is wearing a little bow tie. Underneath that shark hat, she has her Supersonico headphones on. She's got her big giant boobs. She's got her little pudgy belly with a little belly button and her thick thighs. She's wearing some nice thigh-high stockings with little anchor ornaments hanging off of them. And she's got some simple red shoes. Not the biggest fan of her footwear, but it is what it is. She is hugging a little pink shark plushie. The pink shark has a sailor's cap on. And she's kind of got a, I don't know what type of look this is. Like, it's not nervous, maybe embarrassed, I don't know. She's got a look on her face that's quite unique. Her eyes are very piercing red. So from the back, she has some long hair. It is a very light pink color. It's got some sculpting in there, not a lot of shading. She does have a big Sonico booty with very tiny underwear. We do see a bit ugly seam line right here. Don't know if they fixed this in the final product or not. And we can see how loose the pearl string is on the back of her bikini top, so I'm sure those come off. But overall, it's a cute little figure, especially if you're a Super Sonico fan. We do see a gap right there between the shark plushie and her big giant boob. So that will probably also be a little bit less noticeable in the final product. Yeah, overall, there's not a lot of like shading on this figure, but there's not a lot of paint either, so it's mostly all flesh. I do see some pearls hanging below the skirt, so I guess she might have some pretty detailed underwear or bikini bottoms as well. It's a cute little mini skirt. Definitely matches the rest of her outfit, same colors, same bows, and same stripes and everything. And it is sculpted pretty nicely. There's pleats, there's wrinkles and everything. And it's blowing in the breeze. Yeah, eyebrows are kind of like the embarrassed and the little squiggly mouth. I can't really describe what her expression is, other than kind of cute. So yeah, if you like Sonico, you may like this figure. And the price-wise, maybe a little on the expensive side, but it's Sonic so it's an exclusive. It's 1/7 scale. Might be a decent price. Aftermarket-wise, not quite so decent. She's gone up in the aftermarket for sure. She does have a 9.5 rating, and 51 people own her. And I am sure that there is lots of stuff that can be shown, but not on YouTube. So yay. Moving on, we have one more suggestion for the YouTube portion of this video. 7:30. Yeah. So we have Gordon. And Gordon has suggested. There was another one that Gordon suggested that isn't showing up right now. I must forgot to bookmark it. We'll look for her later. But this one is Tokisaki Kurumi from the Mayuri Judgment Data Live movie. She is a 1/8 scale figure and is by Alter. She is still just a gray prototype figure, so no official dates, no prices or anything. All that I know is I hope and pray that my wallet doesn't learn to use weapons, because this is going to be freaking expensive and I want it. So we'll click and we see, yes, it is Kurumi and it is by Alter. She's not even best spirit, but damn does she look good. And we'll look at some of the Chan pictures because they're a lot better than this one, but she is very, very damn detailed. There's some artwork for whatever reason that I don't think it's even the same pose. Yeah, it's not the same pose or anything. I don't know why they included that artwork. But we'll go over here and we'll do Chan pictures. And we'll go click, 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 click. And we'll click on close-up of her face too. So close-up of Kurumi's face. Her face does feel a little bit more pudgy than the other Kurumi figures, but it's not a bad thing. She does have a very pointy nose, but look at the detail in her little her little pistol. She does have her maid headband on and her asymmetric sized twin tails. And then we come down here and we start looking at the dress and we start seeing why she is going to be so freaking expensive. I mean, look at the lacework of the black stripe on her dress. It's so detailed. And this is going to be on a production model, and it's going to be Alter, so you know it's going to be very good quality. So you know it's going to be late and it's going to be expensive. She's got big giant boobs. She's got the arms, got little gauntlets and everything. Yeah, it's Kurumi. Click on this one, and then we can start seeing more of the dress and more of all the detail. You got the little black stripes in her dress, and they're all sculpted. It's like they were sewn on top of the orange. And, I mean, wow. Right now, the little black frill ruffle around the edge looks to be done quite well. This is a very difficult thing to get right in from what I've seen of my other Kurumi figures in this outfit. They all have issues with gaps and it not lining up properly with the rest of her dress. So hopefully Alter can crack the magic code and get it right. And it also looks like her boots are a little bit loose. You get the little bit of gap there as well. So that's a nice little touch. They are the big chunky combat style boots with little bows to make just a little bit more feminine. But, I mean, look at her. You want her. I know, because I want her. But she will be very damn expensive. We will talk about her more in depth, I'm sure, in the future as things get painted. And she is wearing some little garter straps as well. Yep, it's Kurumi. We want her. Yeah. So the other one Gordon had suggested, which I forgot to bookmark, I guess, is a Kotegawa Yui. And it is a gray prototype still. I believe it is this one. Yes. So, for some reason, I've decided I am kind of on a Kotegawa Yui kick. I got her darkness version, and I got her bunny. And this one, it's causing an itch that might need to be scratched. So yeah, from To Lover Darkness, Kotegawa Yui by Mega House. Still great for prototype. No scale announced, no price announced, no dates announced, no colorings announced. But it's Yui. And yeah, she's got big boobs. She's got a very tight short shirt, and they showing off her midriff with her belly button. She's got a little mini skirt on, kind of like a waitress outfit, waitress skirt, but not. She is wearing some sandals. It's got a little bow on her belt, and it's off to the side, so it's on her hip. And yeah, looks like she might be blushing a little bit too. It's hard to tell because it is a gray prototype, and that could just be the shadow of her hair. I mean, it does look to be a fairly simple figure, but hey, simple can be good. There's not much that they can mess up when it's super simple. Only the one picture so far, but there are Chan pictures. So we'll come over here and just click on a few of them. So we'll do that one, and then we'll do a full shot. So we got a face shot. It does look a little bit off in the face. Doesn't quite look like Yui, but that could just be because it's a gray prototype and not painted. But her hair and forehead underneath it seem like it's super, super tall. Honestly, it kind of looks more like Lala than Yui, but we'll reserve final judgment for when she's painted. As I said, she is wearing a tight top, even though it's a little bit loose around the hem of it, but the boob area, very tight. She is a quite busty girl. Nice little, well, maybe not nice, but she's got a poofy shoulder, and it doesn't look bad or anything. And a nice little belly button. Hair seems to be sculpted really nicely. This is not the best quality picture, but you can get a more overall look of her. And from this angle, the face does look better. It looks more Yui-like. Like the crown of her head isn't quite as bad looking. And big giant boobs. This picture does make her look more rough and unfinished, but I think it's just a camera. It does look like all of her fingers are individually sculpted, so no laziness there. Slightly better quality picture. Even her toes seem to be sculpted individually, and they're not just one little line. You got little variations in their height, like pinky toes sticking out, the big toe sticking out over here. It's got cute little sandals. So yeah, this one I will keep my eye on because, as I said, I'm kind of getting into Kodogawa Yui kick, but we'll see. So yeah, that is all the suggestions for the YouTube portion of this video. Since it is not too late, I think I will. Yeah, there's quite a few NSFY suggestions, so I think I'll do a part 2 of this, which will be up on the Discord with some naughty figures. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm out. Bye bye. See you soon.